Hello, everybody. Yes, let's hear it. Make some noise. All right. Welcome to the fabulous reception for Jordan and Aaron Williams. At this time, I think our lovely groom, Aaron, has something he'd like to say to you all. So please, let's hear it for Aaron, everybody.
Thank you, brother-in-law. Enjoy it, Aaron. Enjoy it. I got 4 pages, so listen up.
4 pages, come on!
Who's got TikTok, though?
It's like, oh, 4 pages.
This is in high
I
school.
wrote ding, ding, ding. So ding, ding, ding. We'll push first.
Who'd you copy from, Aaron?
It feels so good to say. On behalf of my wife and I,
He's got a wife!
He's got a wife!
we'd like to thank you all for coming here tonight and sharing our special day with us. We truly would not be here without you all.
He's got a wife!
Yeah.
Before I get too emotional, I know my dad's gonna probably break down. I'd like to thank God for allowing us this blessing to all be here, and to my Grandpa Williams, who truly brought us here today. I love you, Grandpa. Jordan and I also would like to take a moment of silence to honor those who have passed, especially Jordan's Uncle Joe, and my Uncle Dan, and all others whom are looking over us on this special evening. So if everybody would bow their head. If you don't know the story of how I met Jordan, I went to the cancer center in Oshkosh to surprise my grandpa. Little did I know the love of my life was sitting there giving me advice on which coffee was the best for the Keurig. I only asked her because I thought she was beautiful, not because I cared about the coffee. Long story short, I gave her my Atlanta Braves business card. At that time, I thought she would know who the Atlanta Braves were. But I was wrong on that one. No clue. On the business card, I said something about her hair matching her personality. You can't see her hair today. It's phenomenal. And we're all here tonight because of that hair. Jordan and I are surrounded by such a wonderful crowd of people tonight. We hope you're all enjoying it every bit as much as we are. And we'd like to thank you for your kind wishes and support. If not mentioned by name, that's most of you in the crowd. That's quite a bit. Please be assured that Jordan and I are very grateful. Dan the Man and Tammy. Right? Thank you not only for your hospitality this evening and your kindness, but also give me your beautiful daughter. She means the world to me and is truly the love of my life. You did an amazing job raising an incredible child. I'm not talking about Jake. I'm just kidding, I love you, brother-in-law. I promise I'll take good care of her, and of course do everything she tells me, even if that involves fishing with Coot. Right? I also want to say thank you to my parents, right in front here. If you can't see the Alabama hat, that's my father. They've put up with me for years. They've both been there when I needed. They've given me a wonderful start in life, and I'm very fortunate and proud to have you as my mom and dad. Thank you for all the tough love and your forever willingness to fix anything I break. My dad was fixing my plumbing the other day, right before this wedding, so. I truly have the best parents in the world, and I know that Jordan feels the same way. We're blessed to have all 4 of you. If I could have my beautiful sister stand up. From the time my eyes opened till now, you've been there for me. You've gotten me every single job I've ever applied for. She's literally been there on every moment's notice to get my resume all set up the night before. She has the biggest heart in the room, and I could not think of a better sister in the world to share this special night with. I love you, and thank you for being you. And I cannot forget my incredibly talented new brother-in-law. Stand up, Jacob.
Let's see the talents.
You can sit down now. Jacob, you're a breath of fresh air. From the time I've met you till now, you've been an amazing support system for Jordan and I. I always wanted a brother, and you filled that void. The thing I love most about Jacob are his reactions. If you can't tell, he's a little extra right here. I remember the first time I picked Jacob up and hugged him for the first time. He lit up like a Christmas tree. I think he did some type of Jacob shimmy thing. You were family from the start. Jordan and I are blessed to have you stand with us here tonight and forever. I love you. Now I need all the bridesmaids to stand up. Stand up, bridesmaids. All of you.
You're a group.
You all look beautiful.
You didn't say you can't stand.
You can sit down. Thank you very much for calming Jordan's nerves today and getting her prepared for the day. I'd also like to thank you for getting her to the church in one piece and on time. If you didn't know, Jeremy didn't have his tux today, so that was interesting. You have all played a huge role in the upbringing of Jordan. You are her role models, her inspiration, and loved her as I do. Without you, I would have never noticed her amazing hair on that day at the Cancer Center. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I love each and every one of you. Now I can imagine that my best man right here is getting a little impatient to give his speech soon. You doing okay?
I'm doing all right.
He's doing all right. Well, not many of you know, I don't think anybody knows this, Johnny suffers from a rare medical condition. You didn't even know this, did you? He really does believe his stories to be true, so I'd like to thank you for humoring him during his speech tonight. Next up, can I have my guys stand up? All y'all.
That's wonderful.
You can sit down now. Sit. You guys stood long enough during the church ceremony. That was my decision last minute, I swear.
My knees are tired.
All of you got me through college.
That's true.
Nobody's laughing about that, all right? Some more than others, I won't say names. Tillman, Craig, Brian. Actually, you all. Jeremy, Johnny. You all saved me a lot of money too on rent. The coaches were awesome. These guys right here are super successful, talented, and most importantly, my best friends. They put up with me, they give me hell, and they're brutally honest, which I need. All these men have witnessed the massive barn parties I've thrown without Coot and Kathy's permission. Sorry, Mom and Dad, you showed us how to throw a great party. Look at tonight. These guys mean the world to Jordan and I. It's funny, when every single one of these guys met Jordan, she was instantly hooked with her. They all got unique personalities, if you know them. That told me right then and there, Aaron, marry this girls. So, cheers to you guys. I love you all.
Love you, Aaron.
End of the main attraction. Could I have my wife stand up? You can stay standing. I'm absolutely delighted to stand here with Jordan. I always knew there was a special girl for me in life. Little did I know that she was just right across the pond in good old Johnsburg. Lake Winnebago. Yeah. Jordan is my rock, my best friend, my forever. She is the most caring, thoughtful, and beautiful woman in the world. She is the most popular person in the room at all times. I always loved the spotlight until I met her because she stole the show. From all of our TikTok dances to our crazy adventures all over the country, Jordan is truly my better half and completes me. How did I get Milwaukee? Well, that's it for me for now. But before I pass you over to my best friend, my best man, Johnny, ladies and gentlemen, if everybody please stand. Lift up your glasses and join me in a toast to all those here tonight from far and close. Those who are in heaven looking down on us as we celebrate. Cheers to you all.
Cheers. Cheers, Chris. Cheers.
Woo! Yeah,
All right. Mine won't be as elaborate as that.
Oh, guy, I can't do it. I hear that, but this doesn't just fit. Whoa, guy.
It seems like it was just yesterday that we were rehearsing for your wedding. It was yesterday. That's not the dress rehearsal. But I've been at a few recent weddings within the last year or so, and they're all like our ages, late 20s, early 30s, and the people that speak, they've been friends since high school. And I don't even remember when we first met how young we were. That's how young we were. Probably third, second grade. So we've done a lot of stuff together. We've boated, snowmobiled, everything. Carved pumpkins. Yes, we thanks Justin for that. We even, I remember one time during EAA, we were staying at the cabin and my parents drove us down from Watoma, Wisconsin, down to Gurney, Illinois, and Six Flags was closed. It was a long car ride. Yeah. So then, we did so much together, bike rides, all that stuff, because obviously we couldn't drive. But then there was a point about 6th grade or so, he went to St. John Newman, I went to South Park, and then from there he went to Lourdes, and I went to Oshkosh West. And we... Shut up. Justin doesn't drink that much, so when he has a couple, so we didn't talk for quite a while. It was a few years, and then when I don't even remember how we reconvened, but the day that we did, it was like we left off right from where we left off, if that makes any sense. You know, so he ordered the party bus, not me. So since then, we started doing the same thing, hanging out, fishing, boating, all that stuff, except we took it to the extreme, and it was called the best summer ever. You remember the best summer ever?
It was the best summer
It was the best summer ever.
Till this
summer. Well, this might be the best summer ever. But remember the Seinfeld, the Summer of George? You know, where he just did whatever he wanted to do? That's kind of what we did, except we made each other do it. So it started out small, like, you know, I'd be sitting at home and he'd go, hey, you want to go on a bike ride? Not really. Best summer ever. Okay, well then you had to do it. So we did that vice versa, and it got to the point where we were at Country USA, and you never sleep at a music festival. So we were camping out for, 4 or 5 nights. And I'm at home recovering. You guys were gone. You guys were gone. I have to be careful because my parents are in the audience too. Yeah, I know. But they already know. So I'm at home laying on the couch recovering. And Aaron calls, he goes, yeah, my mom's got this convention down at the Kalahari, and she's got some water park passes. I'm like, all right, so when are you thinking of going? Like next week, the week after, 20 minutes? And before I could say anything, he goes, best summer ever. All right, showered, threw on some swim shorts, and down we went. So we get to the Dells, we get the wristbands. Remember, we met you in the room, got the wristbands, and we're in this indoor water park. It was great. We were there for what, 2-3 hours? Like 6 hours, I guess. Double that, 6 hours. All of a sudden, Kathy comes in, she's like, where have you guys been? Like, I've been looking all over for you. Well, we're in the water park. She goes, it's 85 and sunny out. Why aren't you in the outdoor water park? And we looked at one another like we didn't know there was an outdoor water park. And it was right across the door from where we went into the indoor water park. So there was that, and there's a lot of stories I could tell. I don't want to bore you, but there is the infamous chainsaw story. A lot of people don't know what the chainsaw story is. Bill knows right there. He's laughing. Yeah. So you mentioned the infamous barn parties. Again, you were gone. Middle of summer, we threw a kegger. How strange, right? So we go out boating all day, and it was a nice sunny day. It was probably June or July. Chance of storms at night. Whatever. So I bring the boat in. The boat lift was broke, so I had to tie it to the neighbor's dock. Tie it up, go over to Aaron's, or Coot and Kathy's. You didn't know about it, remember? Yeah. And threw a party. Well, all of a sudden this storm comes in. Crap, I didn't cover the boat. So I'm like, can I borrow your car? Remember? So I borrowed your car, and it was downpouring to the point where you couldn't even see anything in front of you, which it's only a mile. And the reason I took his car is because I biked to his house. So you don't want to get a DUI, so you just bike. And I get to the boat, I take care of everything, cover it, run the bilge pumps, all that stuff. I get back, and then the wind kicked up. There was like the calm before the storm, then the storm, and then as fast as it came, it left. Then the wind picked up. So we're up in the barn, and Aaron goes, I thought there'd be more people here. And we're looking out the window, and there's just like all these headlights down Howland. Like, I think something happened out there on the road. Sure as you know what, a tree fell down. Not the entire tree, but a big portion of it, in the road. Oh, okay, just checking. So he goes, well, how are we going to get this out of the way? So we took Coot's really nice Husqvarna chainsaw. Skip, I thought you was, what? No, I bought you a steel. It was a Husqvarna, thank you. I bought you a steel to replace it. It was a Husqvarna. Anyways, so we cut it up. There's picture, I'm sure it's on the slideshow. We cut it up and everything. So then we get back, and of course you have to walk up into the barn and, fire it up and rev it up in front of everyone. And then the next day comes around, and we didn't quite get it cut up. So he calls me, and I biked home, like this, not that, like this. Kind of all bagged up. So the next day he goes, well, we should really get that out of June's yard because the neighbor is a little older. So we're cutting it up, and of course, Aaron says, well, we could probably kick this cat. You know how that goes. You keep drinking until you think you'll kick it, and it never happens. Maybe we did. So, yeah, right, yeah. You all right? So, I took the chainsaw and I set it in the ditch. Pay close attention now, Coop. This is what happened to your Husqvarna. So he's taking care of this neighbor's land, and he said, hop in the car, we gotta go help Jim. So we went over there. We got back, and he goes, where's the chainsaw? I'm like, well, I don't know. And I thought it honestly, again, kicking the keg part, we were drinking beer. I walked out and went in, by the ditch where I thought I put it. If you walked about 20 yards further, the ditch cutter had come through. And there were just, it's probably still laying there like 1,000 pieces. But that's what happened to your chainsaw. That's the chainsaw story. You didn't even know that, did you? So then I'm scrambling, like, you guys are gone, I'm like, I gotta get this chainsaw. So I went and I got a steel, and then you burned it up anyways. You didn't mix it up. And Buzz had to rebuild it for you. Right? So I guess my point is, to wrap it up, is to be best friends, you don't have to talk every day, every year, every 5 years, because that's about how we were. It was about a 5-year difference, but we're best friends still, even after that, and I don't know what the point I was trying to make is. So I'm happy to be Aaron's best man. I'm happy to meet Jordan, and I'm glad for the memories we've had and the memories we're gonna make.